Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Now we go to the collinearity of 3 points. When we say that 3 points are collinear, 3 points are collinear means, suppose on line I am taking 3 points, A point, B point, C point. 3 points lies on the same line means, then we say that these 3 points are collinear. Collinear is nothing but a points lies on the same line. Consider xy plane, x-axis, y-axis, O is the origin, non-vertical line, here A point, B point, C point, I take 3 points on the non-vertical line. Clearly, here we say that 3 points are collinear because 3 points lies on the same line. So we know that we have seen in previous class, 2 lines are parallel, then what about their slopes means slopes are equal. Here, if you take a AB line here, this is AB line, next BC line here, this is AB line here, this is BC line. Clearly, AB line is parallel to BC line because 3 points on this lies on the same line. Collinear point means clearly here AB line is parallel to BC line. Here these 2 lines are parallel, got it? Then what about their slopes means slopes are equal. Clearly, here slope of AB equal to slope of BC. Slope of AB equal to slope of BC. Suppose here AB point here, next AC straight here, this is the AC. Clearly, AB line is parallel to AC line, correct? 2 lines are parallel means clearly their slopes are equal. Therefore, we can write here slope of AB equal to slope of AC. And slope of AB equal to slope of AC. If 3 points are collinear, collinear means 3 points lies on same line, they lie on same line. Then slope of AB equal to slope of BC, or you can take slope of AB equal to slope of AC. Got it. 3 points lies on the same line means clearly 3 points are collinear. Then what about means here? Slope of AB equal to slope of BC because 2 lines are parallel, therefore slopes are equal. Slope of AB equal to slope of BC. Here clearly this AB line is parallel to AC line. AB line is parallel to AC line. Therefore, slope of AB equal to slope of AC. You can take anything. 3 points are collinear means you can take either first one or second one. Now go to the problems. Before going to problem, we shall recall what are the concepts we have seen in the previous classes. Inclination of a line. Inclination of a line. Consider xy plane, like non-vertical line L. Here theta is the angle between non-vertical line and x-axis. When we say that here theta is called inclination of the line means here theta is made by the line L with positive direction of x-axis, that means along anti-clockwise direction. Then we say that here theta is called inclination of the line L. And theta value varies from 0 degree to 180 degree. Next, slope of a line. Theta is called inclination of the line, then tan theta is called slope of the line. Tan theta is called slope of the line. It denotes small m, but theta value is not equal to 90 degree. Because when theta equal to 90 degree, tan 90 not defined, slope not defined when angle theta equal to 90 degree. This means here you can say that slope of x-axis or any horizontal line is what means 0, because with theta equal to 0 degree, tan 0 degree equal to 0. Slope of the x-axis is 0 and slope of any horizontal line is 0. And what about slope of y-axis? Slope of y-axis or any vertical line is not defined. Is not defined means here theta equal to 90 degree, tan 90 degree not defined. Not defined. Very important. Next, slope of the line passing through 2 points. Slope of the line passing through 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 is given by m equal to, in the first point there, first order pair, x coordinate is x1, y coordinate is y1. In the second order pair, x coordinate is x2, y coordinate is y2. Then slope is given by the difference of the y coordinates. Here y coordinate y1, y coordinate y2. Here y2 minus y1, y coordinate minus y coordinate divided by the difference of the x coordinates. This is x coordinate, x coordinate, x coordinate minus x coordinate, x2 minus x1. We have proved in the previous class. Next, if two lines are parallel, then what about their slopes? Slopes are equal, m1 equal to m2. If two slopes are equal, then the lines will be parallel. Mind it, if two lines are parallel means clearly their slopes are equal. Next, if two lines are perpendicular, then product of the slopes m1 into m2 equal to minus 1 or m2 equal to minus 1 by m1. Two lines are perpendicular, product of the slopes m1 into m2 equal to minus 1 or m2 equal to minus 1 by m1, or you can take m1 equal to minus 1 by m2. Mind it. Product of the slopes equal to minus 1, or slopes are negative reciprocals of each other means then we say that two lines are perpendicular. Very important condition. Two lines are parallel, slopes are equal. Two lines are perpendicular, product of the slopes equal to minus 1. m1 into m2 equal to minus 1 or m2 equal to minus 1 by m1 or m1 equal to minus 1 by m2. This means slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. And we derive on derivation angle between two lines. The angle between two lines. Theta is the angle between two lines. Then tan theta equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. Here denominator which is not equal to 0. 1 plus m1 m2 which is not equal to 0. We have proved in last class. Tan theta equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. So after complete of allied angle formula and transformation formula in trigonometry, practice this derivation. Otherwise very difficult to understand this derivation. I have proved in last class. After complete of some trigonometric concepts, practice this derivation. Very important. Here m1 and m2 are the slopes of the two lines. Theta is the acute angle between two lines. Then tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. Denominator not equal to 0. With denominator equal to 0, this ratio not defined. Suppose if you want to find obtuse angle suppose phi, this is equal to 180 minus acute angle. Here theta is acute means here 180 minus theta equal to obtuse angle. Next, 3 points lies on the same line. Then what about means? Here we say that 3 points are collinear. 3 points are collinear means here we write the slope of AB equal to slope of BC. Slope of BC. Or you can take slope of AB is equal to slope of AC. Very important concepts. We make a list of all formula in a separate sheet, starting from here inclination of a line, slope of a line, slope of the line passing through 2 points, condition for parallel lines, perpendicular lines, angle between two lines, and next to here condition for collinearity of 3 points. Now you go to the problem. Exercise 10.1. First problem, draw a quadrilateral in the Cartesian plane. The Cartesian plane whose vertices are minus 4, 5, 0, 7, 5, minus 5 and minus 4, minus 2. Also find its area. Full stop. Draw a quadrilateral in the Cartesian plane whose vertices are here given. Here we have 4 vertices, and also find the area of quadrilateral. Let here I am taking first point here, capital A, minus 4, 5, capital B, 0, 7, second one, capital C, third one, 5, minus 5, and capital D, fourth one, minus 4, minus 2. Consider xy plane. Y-axis, y is the origin, negative x-axis, negative y-axis. Now mark the points on x-axis and as well as on y-axis. The x-axis, x coordinate value greater value, positive value 5 and negative value minus 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And negative x-axis, negative values minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. And positive y-axis, y coordinate value here, greater value along y-axis 7 here. Up to take 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next, along negative y-axis, least value minus 5. Take up to minus 5 or greater means minus 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. First I am going to mark the points in xy plane and then draw quadrilateral. Here A point here, first I am marking minus 4, 5 means here x equal to minus 4 negative, y equal to here positive. X equal to negative, y is positive means clearly this point lies in here second quadrant here. X equal to minus 4 here and y equal to 5 here. First time try x equal to minus 4. Correct. And next y equal to 5 here. Correct. Where two lines intersect this point. This is the here A point. A point coordinates minus 4, 5. Got it? X equal to minus 4. Y equal to 5. Related point at A point minus 4, 5. Now second point B point coordinates 0, 7. Here x coordinate value 0 means clearly this point lies on y-axis. Y-axis and y coordinate value 7. Here B point I am taking. X coordinate value 0, y coordinate value this is 7. On y-axis x coordinate value 0. Finish. Next C point 5, minus 5. Here x coordinate is 5, x equal to 5 here. X equal to 5. And x equal to here y equal to minus 5. Y equal to minus 5. Here two lines here intersect. X equal to 5, y equal to minus 5. C point x equal to 5, y equal to minus 5. So now last point D point, here x coordinate is negative, y coordinate is negative means this point lies in third quadrant. Here x equal to minus 4, y equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 4, y equal to minus 2. Here y equal to minus 2. Correct. This is the point here, marked as D point. Here x coordinate minus 4, y coordinate minus 2. Got it? Like this. Following. A point and x equal to negative, y is positive means lies in second quadrant here. A point, x equal to minus 4, y equal to 5. Next, B point. X coordinate value 0 means this point lies on y-axis. Here y coordinate value plus 7 means it lies on positive y-axis. Therefore, here B point coordinates 0, 7. Next, third point C point. Here x is positive, y is negative means this point lies in fourth quadrant. Here x equal to 5 here. X equal to 5 and y equal to minus 5. Correct. X equal to 5, y equal to minus 5. Clearly C point lies here. Next, last point D point. X equal to negative, x coordinate negative, y coordinate negative means this point lies in third quadrant. Here x equal to minus 4, x equal to minus 4, y equal to minus 2. Y equal to minus 2. Where D point lies here. Got it. Here I mark the points in xy plane. Now join all the vertices here. Join all the vertices. First AB. Next BC. BC. Next CD. DC. Next AD. AD. Mind it. First to mark points, 4 points in plane and join your AB, BC, CD, AD. You get a quadrilateral. Got it? You make a running notes on it. Separately, I am not giving notes. Here, make a notes on it. Now, the second part, also find its area. Find the area of quadrilateral. We know that area of quadrilateral formula. Directly I am going to find area of quadrilateral by using that formula. Second part, let here I am taking x1 comma y1 first point coordinates, a point coordinates minus 4 comma 5. This is x1 comma y1. x2 comma y2 second point coordinates, b point coordinates 0 comma 7. Next, x3 comma y3 third point coordinates 5 comma minus 4. Next, x4 comma y4 4 point coordinates, d point coordinates minus 4 comma minus 2. We know that formula, area of quadrilateral ABCD equal to half into modulus of, take vertical line like this. Here vertical line like this. First point coordinates take x1, y1. Second point coordinates x2, y2. Third point coordinates x3, y3. Fourth point coordinates x4, y4. Next, last point coordinates means last point is again first one x1, y1. First point coordinates x1, y1. Second point coordinates x2, y2. Third point coordinates x3, y3. Fourth point coordinates x4, y4. Again first one x1, y1. I am going to substitute these values here. First x1, y1 means here first point coordinates here x1, y1 minus 4, 5. Next, x2, y2 second point coordinates x2, y2 here 0, 0. x3, y3 third point coordinates here 5, minus 5. x4, y4 x4, y4 fourth point coordinates minus 4, minus Again first point coordinates x1 y1. x1 y1 minus 4 5. You give arrow mark like this. Suppose A, B, C, D if you take, time being you can understand how to expand this means like this. From left top to right bottom here, A into D, arrow mark. Next from left to bottom to right top, C into B like this. A into D, AD minus your B into C, B and C into B, CB. Got it. How to expand this? Very important. A into AD minus B into C, BC. Here first I am giving arrow marks. Here x1 into y2 like this, from left top to right bottom, x1 into y2. Next x2 into y1, from left top to right bottom. Similarly, here x2 to y3. Next x3 to y2. Similarly, x3 to y4, x4 to y3. Similarly, x4 to y1, x1 to y4. Got it. Here I am giving symbol like this is separate formula. This is here we substitute values. Don't give x1 to 5, minus 4 to 7, 0 to 5. Next, 0 to minus 5, 5 to 7, 5 to minus 2, minus 4 to minus 5. Here 4 to 5, minus 4 to minus 2. Got it. Following. Now I am expanding this. Half into modulus of this is modulus. Modulus. You take first one and second one. The first one and second one. Minus 4, 5, 0, 7 like this. I am expanding. Directly I am putting value here. Minus 4 into 7 here like this. Minus 4, 5, 0, 7. Minus 4 into 7, minus 28. Put minus 5 into 0, 0. First one. Minus 4 into 7, minus 28. Put minus 5 into 0, 0. Next plus, plus. Now second one and third one here. Second one, third one here. Second one 0, 7, 5, minus 5. Like this. I am expanding directly. 0 into minus 5 here. Like 0 into minus 5, 0. Put minus. Next 7 into 5, 35. Plus. Now here. Third one and fourth one. 5, minus 5, minus 4, minus 2. Like this. Directly. Here 5 into minus 2, minus 2. Correct. Put minus. Put minus. Minus 4 into minus 5. Minus 4 into minus 5. Here minus into minus plus. 4 into 5, 20. Here 20. Right, 20. And following here. 5 into minus 2, minus 10. Put minus first. Next multiply these two. Minus 4 into minus 5 here. Minus into minus plus 4 into 5, 20. Again 20. Okay. Next. Last one, fifth one and first one here. Put plus. Same here. Minus 4 into 5, minus 20. Minus. Minus 2 into minus 4 here. Minus 2 into minus 4. Minus into minus plus 2 into 4, 8. Put 8. Modulus. Very important. Next, simplification. Half into modulus of minus 28 minus 0 minus 28 plus 0 minus 35 minus 35 plus minus 10 minus 20 minus 30 plus minus 20 minus 8 minus 28. Half into modulus of minus 28 plus into minus minus 35 plus into minus minus 30 plus into minus minus 20. Half into modulus of minus 28 minus 35 minus 63 minus 30 minus 93 minus 93 minus 28 minus 93 minus 103 130 minus 23 minus 121. So this is modulus of minus 121. Modulus means it is always non-negative. Modulus of minus 21 plus 121. This is plus 121. 121 by 2. Area is always measured in terms of square units. Got it. Formula: area quadrilateral ABCD equal to half into modulus of first point coordinates x1 y1, second point coordinates x2 y2, third point coordinates x3 y3, fourth point coordinates x4 y4. Again first point coordinates x1 y1. Got it. Half into here modulus of, substitute the values, x1 y1 first point minus 4 5, x2 y2 second point 0 7, x3 y3 third point 5 minus 5 5 minus 5. Next x4 y4 fourth point coordinates minus 4 minus 2. Next x1 y1 first point coordinates minus 4 5. Give arrow mark like this from left top to right bottom here. 0 to 5, 0 to minus 5, 5 to 7, 5 to minus 2, minus 4 to minus 5, minus 4 to 5, minus 4 to minus 2. Now expand this. Get half into modulus half. How to expand means mind it like this. Understand this? Here first here from left top to right bottom, product of A into DAD is A into DAD minus B into C BC. B into C BC like that. Here first one here minus 4 into 7 minus 28 foot minus 5 into 0 0. What it? Plus. Now take here this row second and third row. 0 into minus 5 0 0. Put minus 7 into 5 35 plus next minus 5 this minus 2 these two rows. Apply this 5 into minus 2 minus 10 correct. Put minus next minus 5 into minus 4 minus 5 into minus 4 this is plus 20 only 20. Got it. Now last plus minus 4 into 5 minus 20. Put minus 4 into minus 2 minus 4 into minus 2 plus 8 8 correct. Simplify, we get half into modulus of minus 121, modulus of minus 121 plus 121 because modulus is always non-negative. 121 into 1 121 by 2 square units. Okay. Now go to second problem. Second problem. The base of an equilateral triangle with the side 2A lies along the y-axis such that the midpoint of the base is at the origin. Find vertices of the triangle. Find vertices of the triangle. Read the problem. The base of an equilateral triangle with the side 2A lies along the y-axis. Base of an equilateral triangle lies along the y-axis such that the midpoint of the base is at the origin. The midpoint of base of an equilateral triangle lies at origin. Find vertices of the triangle. Find vertices means find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle. Got it. First draw xy plane. X-axis, y-axis. y-axis, negative x-axis, negative y-axis. Got it. Here, base of an equilateral triangle with the side 2a lies along the y-axis such that midpoint of the base is at the origin. Here I am taking here A, this is B. Here AB here is the base of an equilateral triangle. Got it. Here O is the midpoint of AB according to this. Midpoint of the base is at lies at origin here. O is the origin here. Midpoint here. Therefore take O is the midpoint of AB. Correct. The here AB length here given. What is the AB length means 2A. Here AB length here given 2A. Correct. Here O is the midpoint of AB. Next, where third vertex, suppose here if you take A and B are the two vertices of a triangle, where third vertex lies. Here clearly O is the midpoint of AB means clearly third vertex lies on your x-axis. Either you can take positive x-axis or you can take negative x-axis. Here I am taking a positive x-axis. C vertex I am taking. C. Here join AB, join AC. Join AC, join BC. Clearly, here ABC is an equilateral triangle. ABC, correct. Here AB equal to 2A means AC equal to 2A, BC equal to 2A because in an equilateral triangle all the sides are equal. Here AB equal to 2A, then AC equal to 2A. This total length 2A, where BC equal to 2A. Got it. Here we have to find coordinates of the vertices of a triangle ABC. Here coordinates of A, coordinates of the point B, or coordinates of the point C. We have to find. Correct. So here given that O is the midpoint of AB. Here AB length 2A means Y is the midpoint means clearly here OA equal to OB. OA equal to OB. Then here AB equal to A, OA equal to OB means clearly here OA equal to small a and OB equal to small a. Totally here AB equal to 2A. Got it. Now here A point lies on positive y-axis. We know that on y-axis x coordinate value 0. X coordinate value 0. Here y coordinate is positive because on positive y-axis. Then what is the length here? Y equal to small a. Take small a. We get coordinates of the point A here 0, A. Correct. Next, B point lies on negative y-axis. On y-axis means x coordinate value 0. Negative y-axis means here y coordinate value is negative. That's it. Here OB length here we have A means A along negative y-axis negative minus A. A means here minus A. Got it. Now we shall find here coordinates of the vertex C. Vertex here C point lies on x-axis means y coordinate value 0. Then what about x coordinate value means this OC. First we shall find OC. Clearly here AOC is a right angle triangle. Right. And then write coordinates of the vertex C. Correct. Let take AB, this AB be the base of an equilateral triangle ABC such that AB equal to 2A. Such that AB equal to 2A. Full stop. And they are given that midpoint of the bases at the origin. Here origin was clearly it is the midpoint of AB. Since origin O is the midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB such that OA equal to OB equal to A. OA equal to A, OB equal to A. Correct. Clearly, I am going to find now OC length first and then I am writing coordinates of the third vertex. Correct. Already here we got coordinates of the vertices A and B. Correct. I am taking a triangle here AOC. from triangle AOC by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, in this right angle opposite side, this is hypotenuse, correct? Square on the hypotenuse, this is equal to sum of the squares on the other two sides, correct? Here this AC square is equal to OA square plus OC square. OA square plus OC square. Substitute the values. AC value from this triangle AC equal to, here we have 2A. AC equal to 2A whole square equal to OA square. OA equal to small a. OA square means here A square plus OC square. 2A whole square, 2 square for A square equal to A square plus OC square. 4A square, take the left side, plus become minus A square equal to OC square. 4A square minus A square, 3A square equal to OC square. Then OC square equal to 3A square. I am interchanging LHS and RHS. Then OC equal to root of 3A square. Here square root of 3 into square root of A square. Square root cancel. Root 3 into A. This is OC. OC length root 3A. Correct. Now write the coordinates of the vertex C. It lies on positive x-axis, means y coordinate value 0. Here x coordinate value positive. What is the x coordinate value? Means this OC root 3A. Got it. A point coordinate 0 comma A, B point coordinate 0 comma minus A, and C point coordinates root 3A comma 0. Therefore, the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle are here this 0 comma A, B, 0 comma minus A, and C root 3A comma 0. Got it. Here given that here I am repeating. Here AB is the base of the equilateral triangle. Take AB equal to 2A. Tell O is the midpoint of AB, means here third vertex lies on x-axis, either positive x-axis or you can take negative x-axis. Mind it. Join AC, BC. All the sides are equal. AB equal to 2A means AC equal to 2A. Then BC equal to 2A. Here O is the midpoint of AB means then OA equal to half of 2A. OB equal to half of 2A is here. Correct. Find your OC by using rectangle triangle. From triangle, a rectangle triangle AOC, square on the hypotenuse. We know that AC square. This is AC square equal to OA square plus OC square. Substitute AC value from figure. AC value 2A whole square. OA value what? OA equal to A square plus OC square. 2A whole square, 4A square is equal to A square plus OC square. 4A square, take the left side, plus become minus 4A square minus A square, 3A square equal to OC square. Here OC square equal to 3A square, then OC equal to square root of 3A square. Square root of 3 into square root of A square. Square gets cancelled, root 3 into A. This is OC length here. OC length root 3A. Then what are the coordinates of the vertex C? C point lies on x-axis means y coordinate value 0. It lies on positive x-axis means x coordinate value will be positive. Here OC equal to root 3A. Here x coordinate is plus root 3A. Therefore, the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle are 0 comma A, 0 comma minus A, root 3A comma 0. Got it? Thank you.